So this is an example of a gap that's too much, where it's not even touching the, it's got way too much play there before it starts to depress the plunger. So that probably needs to be adjusted on here. Okay, and this is my bike with the, hold on here, the original master cylinder in place, and it's probably got just the right amount of clearance there with the screw. And so this is the new part that I got. As you can see here, the bolt hole is offset, and so I can get around here, and the arm, sorry, it's sunny out here and I can't see. In order to get the bolt hole to, this is not adjustable, this is just machined this way, and in order to get the bolt to slip down into the hole, you have to actually partially depress the piston, which means that I haven't got the cover open, but inside the ports aren't uncovered. They're not uncovered. They're still partially obstructed, so it's not taking a full gulp of the brake fluid, and so it's not pressurizing. But if you bench test it without the lever on it, and just with your finger over the port, my husband will show you. As you can see here, he's just depressing it with his thumb, with his finger over the port, and it's pressurizing. So it does have the capacity to do it, but I think it's just that the, yeah, there we go. Without it's not taking enough of a gulp to be able to pressurize it. And with the amount of fluid that's displaced each time the piston is moved, it's so minuscule, it'd take you forever to make any headway with it. So yeah, so we're gonna try, let's see it. So what we're gonna do is that part right there, we're gonna shave down a little bit and try to make that so that it doesn't, you don't have to depress the plunger partially or have it partially depressed before, you know.
Yeah, when it's fully out, there's a bit of a gap between the head of that and the head of this plunger. And that'll let the cylinder stroke all the way back and refill fully with hydraulic fluid.
Yeah, so that should do the trick. We'll get back to you with the result, but this sounded like, from other reviews, it sounds like this is what they've had to do with it. And it worked, so we'll post that too. Okay, so we've just taken the original off of here, left the brake line attached for the moment. To show you the difference here, let me see if I can get it. There we go. So we've machined that down. I say we, my husband. Machined that down so that it's just barely touching. I'm not getting it in the video. Hold on. Sorry. I'm going to have to edit this out a little bit here. Okay. So you can see here that it's just barely touching, or it's just touching the plunger. So that should do the trick. And inside the bowl, my God, it is so bright out here, I can't see anything. So inside the bowl, you can see here ports. I'm hoping that's focusing because I can't see. Inside the ports, you can see now that the piston is moving fully back and forth and taking the full gulp of fluid. Hopefully we can see that. But anyway, that's kind of the point here, is that now has virtually no clearance, which means that it's all brake. And now we're just going to try priming it up and see how that works. Okay, so we've got all of we actually have my whole new handlebar assembly all set up, which is not the point of this video, but part of it. Because now the brakes are now fully assembled. As you can see here, this now, let's see if I can focus it there a little better. You can see that it's got good brake pressure now, and it has no play. Like, it's just touching the cylinder, or sorry, just touching the piston. So, I don't know if I can get any closer there. But you can see that it comes out fully. And I gotta say, it looks a heck of a lot better than the original did. So, yeah. Hope you find this useful. And yeah, I'll be continuing to add more as we modify the bike. As you can see, she's pretty stock right now, but it's a Virago 500, 1983 XV500. Hopefully, the plan will be to do the usual cafe thing with it, chopping the back seat, putting a solo Biltwell seat on it. New pipes, definitely, because as you can see, these ones here, they're rusted pretty good. Polish the engine up real good. Take that battery, get a anti-gravity battery. I'll take the center stand out of it to make some room. Get rid of this clunky 2-into-2 original exhaust, and put a nice 2-into-1 that wraps around the motor on the other side. And in that space, down underneath here, where the center stand goes, it'll leave space then to put a smaller battery, which we'll build a bracket for. So that whole space won't be taken up. And once we get all of this clutter off of the bike, this whole back end here will open up, and it'll have a really nice open, airy look with that solo seat. So that's the plan, and the usual bits and bytes. You know, the new changing the headlight. I've got a headlight cowl that I'm eventually going to put on, smaller gauges, and the signal lights, etc. And yeah. Anyway, yeah, it'll just look a hell of a lot prettier than it is right now. Anyway, we'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching.